Yes guys, what is up? Welcome to Supercars of London. Hope you're having an awesome day and welcome to Monaco. Believe it or not, down there is Monaco, but because we're 1,500 meters up on a cliffside, we're in a cloud. Behind me, we have the 2019 Bentley Continental GTC, and today we're going to be putting this fully to the test. Bentley say this is the ultimate grand tourer, and seeing as our starting point is Monaco, we've got the whole of the French Riviera, we've got Italy on our doorstep. I thought it could be a really cool opportunity to do a bit of a challenge or do something a little bit different, and I asked you guys on Instagram story for some inspiration, and we have come up with a video idea that I've never done before, and it includes urban exploration. This actually comes from some inspiration from you guys, but also an article that I read quite recently about Saddam Hussein's abandoned villa just above Cannes that has apparently been graffitied all over and is a hotspot for urban explorers. There is an abandoned ghost village about 2 hours away from Monaco that apparently no one's lived in for the last 75 years. I did some further research and I looked on Google Street View, and basically you can see this village from the road, but there is fencing all the way around it and they've got some sort of military signage across. And I was like, I've never done anything like this before on YouTube. I've got this Bentley, I want to cover some miles in. There is no better opportunity than now to do something quirky, a little bit different, whilst I'm going to enjoy every mile in this car in complete comfort and luxury. Google Maps doesn't care whether you're in a Renault Twingo or a Bentley Continental GT, so I'm doing this ever so slowly, but the motorway part of the journey's been done. It was very comfortable, the steering's perfectly weighted, the suspension is incredibly supple. The car starts up in a Bentley mode, which is kind of like a middle ground between sport and comfort. I flicked that into comfort mode, and this is going to be interesting. Oh, and this is going to be even more interesting. Oh my God. Why do this, Google Maps? Okay, that was a little bit nerve-wracking. So I have been cruising in comfort mode. The steering is a little bit lighter, the suspension is a little bit softer, everything is just a little bit more calm. The Bentley mode is what the engineers, when they're test driving the car, set the car up as what they believe is the perfect all-round mode. And then obviously sport, everything's a little bit more sharper, everything's a little bit more hard and ready to go. But on the motorway, I just wanted to cruise. I wanted to see just how nice this place is to be. Can you really spend 8 to 10 hours in this car in 5-star luxury, what Bentley claim? And not that I've put that really to the test, but I could definitely do 2 to 3 hours without really thinking about needing to stop, my back hurting or anything like that. By luck more than judgment, the road that takes us to this abandoned ghost village is none other than Route Napoleon, which is arguably up there with being one of the best driving roads in Europe. So I'm currently in sport mode in the Continental GTC, and I have to say, it's got a split personality from what it's capable of doing on the motorway and munching miles to putting it through a corner. Even though it weighs 2.5 tons, there are all sorts of exhaust noises that are coming out the back and the front. So we've got burbles coming out the back, and we've got this blow-off valve type noise coming up from the front, as if like when you let off. There's a whistle, there's a lot going on, and climbing this mountain at speed, I am just a little bit wary of how heavy this car is when it comes to the brakes, but I'm sure Bentley have adequately put some incredibly large production brakes on this car. We haven't even got to where I was intending on going, and we've like found a really eerie village. That sign over there says motel. Sam was here. Someone's written on there from Rome. This is so spooky. Smashed out windows. My God. This is actually quite scary. I'm quite nervous. I'm like looking around at all of these buildings just to try and find any sort of sign or movement of life. That building freaks the hell out of me. Wow. How can we get the Bentley next to the abandoned swimming pool? All like the roof cladding down there. Look at the roof, it's been smashed. I mean, promising start, but at the same time, I've never done anything like this, and I'm by myself, so this is kind of scary at the same time. I think the one thing that keeps playing on my mind is I've left the Bentley roof open. Army grounds, permanent firing, no wandering off the road. That sign doesn't look like it says drive on up and have some lunch with us. But there's just, I don't understand how something can get like this. Look at the buildings in there. I'm a little bit inspired by the likes of the Grand Tour and those guys that go on adventures, and whilst I'm sure they plan quite a lot of the stuff, there have got to be some moments that are caught on camera that are so natural and organic, and that's obviously pretty much my entire channel. I just roll the camera and hope for the best. And it's stuff like that, exploring stuff like that, which is actually really quite cool, and why road trips are unique, because when you do travel, normally it's by plane because it's the quickest and most of the time the cheapest. But you don't get to see weird little pockets. When you travel, land, see the airport, go straight to the hotel, it's very rare that you'd go off and explore into the middle of nowhere in the French countryside and find a ghost village like that that's been converted into like some sort of military base. That's pretty cool. But now back to Monaco. I'll enjoy this drive back. I'm just going to cruise. If I see anything interesting, I'll catch up with you then. If not, I'll see you back for an evening in Monaco full of car spotting. One for the JDM fans with a 488 and a Wraith. I got so silly. I love this. Shame about the roof. I prefer the coupe. And oh, look at that. Drop head, Dawn, S-Class Maybach, Speciale, 488, GT3 RS. There's a 911R over there. Is it a 911R or has it just got the, I think it's just got the decals. That's a 992. Satin white Aventador, another drop head. Look at this Urus. Satin black Urus, the first one that I've seen, and I like it. With a purple Cullinan here from Germany. Wow. Not a bad lineup. Awkwardly, the 992 that drove past that I thought was a 911R and then said that this car was a GT3 RS is actually a 911R. He's left his mate. You like that?
More, I want more.
Considering on the first night when I stood here at the famous Fairmont hairpin corner, nailed it, it was about take 4. And there wasn't that many cars driving around. We're seeing all sorts of cars driving around. SAS, and that car park is insane. We've got the Aventador S inside there. We've got a Hurricane Spider and a Porsche GT3 as well in front. But yeah, Dawn just cruising around. It's been a pretty wicked evening. It's been a weird and wonderful day. Let me know whether you've enjoyed that exploration as I went into the heart of the south of France. But it was also good to put the Bentley to the test, and it is safe to say that the Bentley ticked all of the boxes that I was expecting it to. A really, really cool car, and it's a shame that we've only got a couple more days with it. But ladies and gentlemen, from myself and Seb, who's still car swatting, I'd like to say thank you very much for tuning in. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers guys, bye!